Hang on a second.
No worries. Computer.
Okay,
Computers.
you're good. You're good. You can start now.
All right. Welcome back to another session of Poutine Road. We have the same crew we always have. This is session 4, I believe. And I guess we will pick up a brief recap. In our last session, you guys were just working at your mall, your typical jobs, and the power went out and there was a bit of chaos. You guys managed to put it out fairly quickly. And Tiffany, which is Stacey's character, she did pretty well with that. You guys managed to invite one of your coworkers back, just kind of hang out at your house, and you ordered some food. When the food arrived, basically there was kind of another shootout that ensued. There was kind of a group attacking the power grid, and you guys jumped in and managed to save the day yet again. That'll bring us back to, I guess, today's events. It's kind of been 2 weeks later from that event. Your roommate has returned, Teddy. He was on a bit of a trip. He's told you all about the trip, and you guys seemed interested. So you guys had said you kind of wanted to, get out of the city and kind of see the countryside. So I guess we'll start with Cody, which is Stargazer's character. You were kind of the manager at a Tim Hortons. I'll let you introduce your character a little bit more, but the things that have recently happened for your character is kind of your manager, your kind of district manager's come by. His name is Stuart, just to oversee that, everything's up to code and all the power outage situations kind of been taken care of. He's bought a little generator just for the Tim Hortons, and he's kind of just been overseeing you, which is kind of annoying to Cody to just have someone kind of watch over his shoulder. He likes to just relax and do his thing. So yeah, is there anything else Cody's kind of been up to in the last couple weeks?
Probably not really. Just probably Cody doing more of his just being a general internet edgelord for the most part in his free time. Such is the life of a your stereotypical right-wing edgelord. But as far as work goes, he tries to he does take his work fairly seriously, just because he doesn't want to, not that he necessarily wants to step on toes, but it's a job that he allows him to pay his bills and buy more stuff that he can LARP with. And other things that I care not to mention.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah, and just as you're finishing up your shift and all that, Stuart's kind of watching over your shoulder and just being like, how do we get more performance out of our employees, and kind of giving you the whole spiel of how do we improve money but limit costs and all that. And you're just, I don't know what Cody would think about that, but
he's just kind of like,
the day is approaching kind of towards the end.
Yeah, he's like pretty done with this guy. He's gonna be like kind of rubbing like the bridge of his nose. He's just gonna be like, Stuart, I read the guidebook. I read the manager's guidebook. Like I've been following it to a fucking T. Just pardon my language, but it's just like I've been my store has been doing probably better than some of the other locations, and you're still giving me like this spiel like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, he's just kind of like gonna stare, like with his eyes kind of glazed over, and just kind of give the whole corporate, This is true. Your mall's doing fairly well, but it could be just the location. And really, we just need your staff to kind of, perhaps advertise in their spare time to their friends to come and eat at a local Tim Hortons. That might be better, and perhaps productivity could be a little bit. He's just going to go off about literally things that no normal person would do in their time off for a simple job like Tim Hortons.
Yeah, as he's kind of familiar with like these sort of corporate, like polished speeches or coachings that he gets to. So he's just kind of tuned him out at this point, and he's like still like looking at him like he's listening, but really he's just kind of done with Stewart shit right now.
Yeah, exactly. It goes on like that for a little bit longer, but towards the end of the day, you're ready to clock out, and he's gone home. And that's basically your day, unless you want to do anything else. I will jump, I guess, over to Tiffany, unless you did want to do something else. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off too early.
Yeah, he's probably not really gonna do too much. He's I'm gonna say he's been doing fairly well, with just like keeping the day together, but his normal flow and maybe his usual demeanor of being kind of relaxed, like at work, is a little difficult having someone breathing down his neck in a way. But I'm gonna say he's been a little bit more agitated since his we'll say his female acquaintance has been away on like some extended like trip of some sort. So he's been a little he's got a lot of pent up energy that he's been wanting to get out, but we're not going to go too much into detail on that.
Exactly. I will say that she's probably been blowing up your phone a little bit with messages. But yeah. We can jump back to Tiffany. Tiffany, with your side of the mall, because you also work at the mall, you're more of a security guard. Since that recent kind of power outage, I guess the mall realized that there was a lot of need for more security guards. So they've hired 4 new security guards. Actually, most of the malls themselves, or most of the stores themselves, have actually kind of hired private security. So as much as they let Nico go, which was one of the more competent employees, the Cast Pro Shop has hired him specifically to watch their store. But the mall itself has hired 3 other people. One of them is very competent, very nice. The other 2, you're not so sure. You're not so sure. Let's get a social skills. I think it's social skills in MYFAROG. Let me just double check. Let's just get a social skills from you. Yeah, it is social skills.
Is that for 13? Tiffany?
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's Tiffany trying to figure out how her new staff are.
Actually,
they seem okay.
Actually, Stacy, could you repeat what you said? Because I just realized I had you muted for some reason.
Oh, well, rude. I had a 13, is what I said.
Perfect. Yeah, so, they seem nice enough. Again, they're kind of slackers, the 2 of them. The one of them's really nice. And you had known Nico before, so it's nice to have him at the mall. So you feel fairly confident with everything going on, that you can go on this vacation trip that you had planned. You guys have managed to get quite a bit of time off. Let's just figure out how much time exactly. It's going to be at least a week, but... Roll of the dice. Yeah, it's about 2 weeks that you had managed to book off.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Teddy's been really excited.
So-
He's been kind of gathering supplies and. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, we're both currently at work now, or are we both off right now? So I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
say
is it
it's
like-
probably you guys are just finishing your shifts. It's like the day before you guys are set to have your vacation time.
Cool.
Let's put it that way. Yep. So if there's anything you guys want to do before that, or anything you want to purchase for your trip, you can definitely do that. You have plenty of time.
Can't think of too much. Is
Um,
there anything that Cody wants?
Cody is probably going to. He's gonna buy probably some. And I'm sure Teddy has some of his own, but he's gonna like just buy like some MREs and some like you pretty much just like some MREs, some a few like beverages of his choice, and seeing as like the location that he knows is the location that he knows there's not going to be any like cell service, so he buys some magazines, we'll say.
All right. Yep. You have no problem purchasing all those things.
So
Again,
he's
you can just use the
as he's
prices
like
right
kind
out
of
of the book.
he's trying to like be like real sneaky about like buying these magazines, though though he's pretty sure that like absolutely nobody cares, but it's just like the awkwardness is like going into like the
Like Playboy?
at least
Please.
probably something a little bit more a little worse than Playboy, I guess.
Okay.
It's the similar mentality, but there's not even articles. It's
Wait, there's articles in Playboy? People read it for
I
months?
actually don't know. I've only heard that as like a common thing in passing through I guess media. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
I don't frequent such magazines. But yeah, Cody has no problem frequenting those and finding plenty of that. It is a mall and it's a fairly decent sized city, so yeah, you're totally set for that. And yeah, you guys come home whenever you guys have done all your shopping and all that. Teddy again has his whole, I believe it was a Jeep. Yeah, he has a Jeep and he has it pretty much packed up. He's excited. He's excited to get you guys to kind of see the outdoors and all that. Yeah, he's got some dinner cooked up. It's a pretty quiet night. Again, Cody, your cell is probably getting blown up by Karen, the other security guard. She's just asking how you're doing, and you know, she's just really interested in how your day's going and what you're up to.
Yeah, he's trying his best to reply to all of these texts, but I'm just assuming that it's just kind of like maybe a steady stream of texts. So he's just trying to like reply to
Yeah,
one at
definitely.
a time.
Perfect. Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty quiet nights. Let me just do one roll here. Yeah, it's actually a pretty quiet night. And in the morning, again, Teddy's up early. He's got the coffee boiled. He's like, you guys all packed up? You ready to go? You can head out whenever you guys want.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. How about you, Cody? You need more time?
And Cody is just kind of packing up his backpack and a couple other things. He has like a couple. I'd say he already has like a few pieces of camping equipment, all of which are probably like if he can get it in like P dot camouflage, he got it in P dot camouflage because he has to go with the aesthetic.
Yeah, I'll 100% allow that. You probably ordered as much, old, military grade kind of surplus stuff as you could from, various parts of Europe. trying to like hunt down the exact gear that you wanted.
Yeah, he's like, if he can just get like some like actual like the real deal, he'll do it. But if he has to settle for like reproductions, he'll do it. But
absolutely, yeah. Is there anything specific Tiffany's taking? Sorry.
Not no, you're good. Not too much. I think she's just gonna pack really light. She'll take like a blanket and a bag of snacks and food, and that's about it. And her gun, of course, but
Of course, yep. Now, are you guys taking a separate vehicle, or are you guys going to travel with Teddy? I think Cody had a VW Beetle, but
I'll go with
again,
Teddy.
You're welcome to leave it behind.
I'd say Cody's probably gonna want to leave it behind, probably just because it's probably not very well suited for like off-roading, because I don't think, I'm gonna say Cody's probably just gonna leave it behind because he doesn't want to like get it stuck in like some mud or something.
Yeah, Teddy agrees. That's probably. Sorry.
No, you're good. Tiffany's probably going to be heading out towards Teddy's vehicle, just assuming that Cody's going by himself, and then just turn around and see him coming too, and just be like, fuck, really?
Like what?
Thought you were driving by yourself. I thought I'd have a little bit of quiet while we get there.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm bringing my earbuds with me, so you don't have to listen to like me listening to like any of my stories or whatever. Like, you don't have to be bothered by any of that.
Well, that's good at least.
You can call shotgun. I'll take the back seat.
No, it's fine. I'll take the back seat so that I can take a nap.
Cody's a little annoyed that he has to take shotgun, which seems weird because a lot of people like to take shotgun, but he'll just kind of he'll start loading his stuff up into the.
All right, fine. She'll see that he's like annoyed, and she's like, "Fine, I'll take shotgun." Fine. But then,
At least you don't have to look at me.
I'm sorry, what?
At least you don't have to look at me. You can just pretend I don't exist.
I heard you. What Teddy said?
What?
No, I said not you. I said, what did Teddy say?
Oh.
Oh, Teddy's just kind of chuckling to himself, and he's like, "We're not even out of the driveway. You kids settle down now." He's gonna kind of chuckle, and he's like, "No, we're gonna listen to some good music, and we'll get there in no time." He kind of turns on the radio, and I've got one of 6 funny songs that are going to come on. Let's find out which one it is. Because Teddy did not check his radio player before he put on. Oh, okay. He had the song that comes on is Jack Johnson Upside Down, which was on like I think like that George. It was on like some kids music, fucking
Oh no.
like music things. So yeah, that'll pop on, and he just like immediately pops the CD out, flips on the radio, really embarrassed, and he starts to throw on like more of like a like Copperhead Road and kind of like Fortunate Son, that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's a little embarrassed.
Tiffany's just gonna. Oh.
I mean,
Tiffany's just
considering
gonna cock her head.
Yeah, considering that that Cody probably between listening to his military marches probably like listens to like the Bluey albums that they have like as like his guilty pleasure, and then he's just gonna be like, man, you got just like the basic bitch stuff, like the freaking Creedence Clearwater Revival. Just like put on like some fucking Sabaton or something, at least.
He's like, all right, I'll change it up once we get to the gas station.
Just not any
guess
of the
they would
ones that
stop
make
there.
Germany look bad.
All right, I'll keep in mind. So yeah, he stops at the gas station just to get some quick gas to head out of town. But sorry, go ahead, Tiffany.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming Cody is sitting behind Tiffany so that they don't have to interact.
Yeah.
And this chair. Okay. So once they get all like comfortable, she hit the lever so her seat flies back, and she's just like laying back. It's like no leg room now. She still has to fuck with Cody somehow.
He's just like, for somebody who supposedly hates my guts, you really like to push my buttons, don't you?
Correct. And then she's just gonna kind of throw her blanket over her head so that she doesn't have to deal with. Who will eventually fall asleep, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. So, where is this? What kind of a gas station are we at? It's like, what's the location kind of looking like?
You're at the gas station near the bad Tim Hortons, actually, the one that's near the highway. I had imagined in the previous session. So yeah, you're kind of near your competition, Tim Hortons. It's not the nicest gas station, but it's not terrible either.
Yeah, he kind of looks over at kind of like in the direction of that particular Tim Hortons, and just like with just total disgust. And he's probably had to like cover a few shifts there, and there's quite a bit of people that he would consider Untermensch that work there, and so yeah, he has no like really good good experiences with that store beyond any of that stuff. And then it's also just a really crappy location. So is there any, as Cody's just kind of I'm gonna have Cody make a perception check as he's just kind of idly staring out the window as Teddy fills up the tank. Is that all right?
You're kind of breaking up.
No, I think my internet. I think the internet's a little screwy. So, can you still? Am I still breaking up?
Yeah.
You were a little bit there, but you're starting to get better there. I think it just had a little glitch.
Yeah,
that's
I think the internet's kind of playing up a little bit. But basically, what I said. Cody would like to make a perception check as he's kind of idly staring out the window as Teddy fills up
Yep.
the tank.
all. Absolutely.
Let's see. It's a 9.
You don't see too much. I mean, it's a pretty quiet parking lot. You'll see some graffiti. One thing that you do notice is, very prominently is kind of tagged on the side of the Tim Hortons is the Black-Hearted Horde gang, which you've had plenty of run-ins at this point with. But yeah, they have a little bit of a symbol kind of tagged across the Tim Hortons.
Yeah, just more of the same as Cody's just even more disgusted with the sight of that particular Tim Hortons, especially because of that the graffiti tag.
Yeah, Teddy kind of looks over. He's like, "Man, we gotta get out of here." He's just kind of laughing, just seeing that, Cody's very upset about the Timmys here. It's like, I forgot that Timmy's was here. He just finishes up gassing.
Yeah.
Puts the pump back and starts paying.
Yeah, it's like, if you could hurry up. It's like just looking at that building makes me want to vomit.
I'm going.
That's
I'm
gonna
going.
kinda
You're like, gonna close the door.
It's gonna kind of pull her blank down a little bit and just be like, "Hey, you should go get me a coffee."
Teddy's gonna kind of sit hesitantly and just kind of like peek back at Cody, seeing if she's actually serious or if she actually wants him to go through the drive-through.
He's just gonna say, if you
No.
he's just gonna say, if you go through that drive-through, I will kill both of you.
You can try.
Teddy's gonna laugh and he's like, "There's another one just outside of town. We can hit that on the way."
Okay.
Oh, you talking about the one on
Yeah.
the one on like I'm just gonna say his name is Carson Street.
He's like, "Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you just know them all, don't you, Cody?"
Well, I mean, that one falls under the same region that mine's in. That one's actually not too bad.
Under the famous Stewart, eh? He's gonna kind of chuckle, knowing that you've had to work with this guy all week.
Don't start with that guy.
He's just gonna kind of like jokingly kind of mock how Stewart supposedly stands. He's gonna get all rigid and just kind of stare at you and just.
Oh, Teddy's getting sassy.
Yeah, Teddy's excited to get out of town. Give me another perception check, both of you, as you're leaving town. Sorry, go ahead.
That's another 9 for me.
I got a 20.
All right. I'm gonna say that Karen's probably blowing up, Cody's phone a bit. So he's replying to a bit of messages. He's, listening to the music. He's, seeing the sights. So it's not, unexpected that he'd miss it. It's pretty quick. Off in the distance, you will see that there's a as you're getting close to that Tim Hortons, actually, on Carson, or was it Carson Street, something like that.
Yeah.
There is quite a bit of police activity and almost like military activity out near the big power station. It looks like they're like defending it pretty, like they're just geared up for any kind of possible situations. But that's what you see off in the distance.
Oh, that looks intense.
So where's the
And he's gonna kind of look over and.
So where's the power
Sorry?
station in how close is it to the like the Tim Hortons?
The one that you were just at, the gas station one, it's like maybe 10 minutes outside of town. So it's like a bigger station that's outside of town. But there's little Tim Hortons that you guys get off and.
No, what I meant was how the Tim Hortons that we went to on Carson Street. How close is it to this substation?
I'm gonna say it's the substation is probably like across the street, like down, maybe not even half a block. It's enough that you can see it. It's far enough you can see it, but you can't make out too many details.
So there's like a big like kind of police or military presence like at this substation. So they're not blocking the road to it, or not blocking the road that
No.
Okay.
Yep, yeah, it just seems like they are heavily guarding most of the infrastructure for power since that last attack kind of 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, Teddy's definitely taking notice too, and he keeps looking over when he's in the drive-thru, and he's like, it's a little, concerning, but I'm sure they've got it under control.
Yeah, Cody is just kind of watching them kind of curiously, because it's a little unusual to kind of see that kind of guard, especially for just like something kind of lowly as like a power station.
Yeah, definitely. Even Teddy's going to kind of mention that. He's like, that's kind of weird. He kind of like starts flipping through the radio trying to find any kind of news, changing up from the music. But you guys pull ahead in line, and suddenly you guys have coffee in your hands, and he starts kind of slowly pulling back on the highway.
Yeah, Cody was nice and allowed you guys to use his employee discount. So you got your Tim Hortons.
So you just got out a second there. What was that?
I was just said Cody's gonna be nice and civil and is gonna let you guys use his employee discount.
Oh yeah, you probably get a pretty decent, discount as a manager for sure. So you probably get your coffee for free there.
It's like.
Yeah, Teddy's gonna have a little coffee. He's like, mighty kind of you, sir. Appreciate that.
It's like, yeah, it's like, I only did that so that hopefully you two don't continue to just like fucking piss me off.
He's gonna kind of chuckle and be like, "Yeah, I think she's good now. I think she's good. She's settled in good." Tiffany's all, bundled up with her little blanket and her coffee, so she's pretty happy.
She's real cozy.
Yeah, Cody's probably hardcore, and he just got like some black coffee. He's trying to he's kind of trying to do like some like keto / carnivore thing, which is he's kind of like break out of that because he's got like some MREs, but
It's your vacation. You can, splurge a little bit,
Yeah, yeah. He's trying to like cut down on some of the what little body fat that he has.
Absolutely. Is there anything you guys want to do? It's a pretty boring drive otherwise. You can start to see it gets less city-like and more like countryside, and it starts to get more rural. It probably gets closer to like 12 o'clock, so you can stop for lunch or you can just try and get there faster. I'm going to say that Karen's probably texted you both. She's texted Tiffany saying mall is safe, everything's good, because she knows that Tiffany worries. Your mall, exactly. And she's obviously been texting kind of little heart emojis in other things to Cody.
Cody is trying real hard to get something a little more than just some heart emojis.
Oh God. I'm gonna say Tiffany is laying there since she's finished her coffee. Blanket back over her face. She's trying to sleep, but she keeps hearing Cody's phone going off in the back. So she's gonna fling her arm back and try half-assed to like snatch his phone off of him.
Should I do like a roll?
Okay, I like that. That's awesome.
Should we do like a roll to see how successful she is?
Yeah, let's. I'm sure there are rules for this somewhere. It's probably closer to wrestling, but yeah, give me an attack roll there for Tiffany. I like this.
That's a 19.
I mean, that's pretty good. Let me just see if I can find the rules, but I know that's a good roll. All right. I like how much we've had to find this exact page in all the games we played, but it's a good page. I love the book. Wrestling. Here we are. You will get a -2 to your, so that's 19. That's a 17 to hit. I'm assuming that hits, right, for Cody?
Yeah.
Size plus your OV. I'm guessing +1 wouldn't even matter at that point. Yeah, you're just in the middle of your text, and all of a sudden the hands, like your phone goes flying out of your hand, and suddenly Tiffany kind of snatches it up.
Hey,
actually, can I get a
flailing?
Can I? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Cody's just gonna say, "Hey, asshole."
You said that you wanted
Also gonna
perception.
No, I was actually gonna get social skills from Cody, but I just kind of rolled it on my own just to see how well his attempt to try and get more than just a couple heart emojis went. She didn't go for it, so thankfully Tiffany did not get anything weird when she looked at the phone. Especially because that's your coworker, that would have been really awkward.
Yeah. She's just gonna, like, I'm assuming in the fight to get the phone, she probably, like, accidentally whacked Cody a couple times and then snatches up the phone, and then she just kind of, like, scrolls through some of the text messages and rolls her eyes and then, like, just wedges it under us. So
I'm sorry, you did what now?
how much of that did you hear?
I just heard like you wedged something somewhere.
Oh, okay. I said that in the fight to get your phone, I probably whacked you a couple times, and then I just took your phone, scrolled through the messages a little bit, rolled my eyes. I probably silenced it too, because that was getting a little annoying, and then I just wedged it under my ass so that you couldn't get it.
Yeah, Cody is definitely like highly annoyed by this.
Silence.
But you're probably getting, it's probably on vibrate, so
I was actually just about to ask, because and Karen's going to be sending quite a bit of text, so you'll get at least a good 5 in the next 10 minutes.
Massage. Get a nice ass massage, it's fine.
Teddy's
long
just
as
going to
it's
shake
not-
his head and be like, oh boy.
I would scroll through your pictures, but I'm scared of what I'll find.
I would recommend you not do that. He kind of looks a little
Okay,
uneasy about that.
Well, now I guess I am.
So after a good while of this, I'd say probably another hour or so, and you've been on the road for quite a bit now. But Teddy's gonna be like, we're getting close there. There is a small, little like kind of local shop, like a mom and pop store kind of deal. If you guys want to stop there before we get like to the cabin, or if you guys want to just get there, it's up to you guys. I mean, you're pretty set for supplies, but.
Yeah, I am pretty good.
Wait, what? Cody wouldn't mind stopping.
And in
mostly,
case you didn't catch, sorry. Yep.
Yeah, Cody
Yep.
kind of wouldn't mind stopping mostly just because he would like to use the restroom because he's been kind of cooped up in the back. I guess the other question is it like a? I haven't seen a. Do they make like Jeeps that are Jeeps like typically like 4 doors or like 2-door? I don't remember. I don't pay too much attention to them, so.
My friend had a 4-door.
Yeah, I've seen the 4 doors. Typically, they're like the hard tops, or you have more like the soft top GTs, which are like 2 doors, but they have the 4 in the back, so it's like almost like you know, you gotta push the seat down to get in the back, that kind of deal.
One thing I
I'll
do
trust that
remember is
Teddy's got the connection. So go ahead.
one thing I do remember is those vehicles are not nice on short people, and Tiffany is only 5 foot, so she's gonna plummet when she gets out.
That is true, yes. Yeah, it's actually a pretty nice little mom and pop store, but yeah, you definitely kind of like fall out when your legs kind of fall asleep a little bit as well from being sitting for so long in your comfy little spot.
Yep. Tiff's gonna plummet, and she's gonna take Cody's phone and just like shove it down in her bra so he can't get it, and she's just gonna walk in and, you know, look around, see what she can find in there.
In the store or on the phone?
In the store.
Okay. Yeah. Cody is just kind of... He's a little on edge knowing that Tiffany still has his phone and, like, worried that she's gonna try snoop. But, you know, he just runs off to the restroom to, like, take care of himself. And then he'll like go out and he'll probably just like buy like some beef jerky or something.
Okay, by like mom and pop store, is it like a would it have like a little toy section for kids? Or like, are we talking more like gas station stuff?
It's mostly gas station stuff. It does have some. It's got a huge fishing section. It seems like a lot of people are out here for fishing and stuff like that. There's hunting licenses. There's a little bit of ammo and stuff. There is a toy section, like a little bit of a little corner with some toys and Lego and dolls and some handmade stuff. It's actually kind of nice, and some little trinkets and dream catchers, that kind of stuff.
Alright. I'm gonna say that Tiffany is gonna like snoop around in that toy section, purchase something, head back out to the car, and when they start out again, she's gonna very slowly like reach into the bag, wrestle with the packaging just a little bit, and then Cody is going to get. Do you remember the sticky hands, like the jelly hands that you would like slap onto something?
Yeah, you'd throw them up against the ceiling and they'd be there for like ever afterwards.
Yes. Sticky gecko situation. Yeah.
Those ones?
Yep. Cody's just gonna get one of those like sticky hands to the face.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Cody is probably just has his head against like the window, just bored out of his mind, and he's just gonna get the sticky hand to the cheek, and he's just gonna like flail, and he's just like, oh, it's like, could you just leave me the fuck alone, man?
She'll like pull it back by its tail and then whack him again. She's just gonna have fun with that for a little bit.
Teddy's gonna be like, we're almost there. Contain your excitement. Contain your excitement. And then he's gonna make a kind of a turn onto a left turn onto like a dirt road. And within like maybe 15 minutes after you left the kind of mom and pop store, you turn into. It's actually a really nice kind of campground area. There's a big lake. There's like a little barn, like shed area, and then there's kind of a cabin. First thing you notice as you kind of pull into this little area, there's a blue car. Teddy had mentioned that, he kind of shares his cabin with his friend Billy. And there's a guy kind of mowing the grass down by the lake. And he kind of sees you guys turn and give me a perception check just to see if you guys notice what happens here. But it's Billy. He's quite the character.
I rolled a 19.
I rolled.
Billy. Oh, so yeah, Tiffany's kind of like laughing about the whole silly stuff, and she's kind of like stretching her legs. She's happy. She's folding up her blanket. She's just it's sunny day. It's nice. It's actually really warm. It's just peaceful, and seeing the lake is just it feels like vacation time. Cody sees this guy Billy kind of shut off his lawnmower that he's kind of mowing. He pulls out a rifle. He looks through his scope at you guys with this rifle, and then he starts waving at you guys. Teddy sees this as well. He does not seem very impressed. He kind of walks over. He's like, Billy, I've told you 100 times not to do that, man. Especially with my friends around. Put your gun down, man. Damn. Where are your binoculars? And then Billy's like, I don't like carrying them on me. I got a long, I got a lot to carry in my pockets. So I said, oh. All right, well, this is Cody. Pleasure to meet you. And this is Tiffany. This is my friend Billy. He's, again, quite the character.
Hi, Billy.
Billy's like a gruff, more haggard version of Teddy. You can tell that they've grown up as kids together, and they've probably been out here with their dads and stuff. But yeah, he's more like a friend than an actual or more of like an acquaintance than an actual good,
Cody
good
just kind of waves awkwardly at him.
He just kind of he just kind of grunts and kind of nods, and then he just goes back to mowing. And then as he kind of starts mowing, Teddy's gonna be like, hey, Did you bring that thing? Billy's like, oh yeah, it's by the truck, or by my car rather. And Teddy kind of looks over excitedly at Cody. He's like, I got a present for you.
He's gonna look at you.
Teddy walks to
confused, and then he's just kind of like.
Sorry, go ahead.
He kind of like does like a slow turn and looks really confused, and he's like, present.
So Teddy walks to the Jeep. He pulls out, he opens the back. He pulls out kind of a box and he hands it over, or he brings it over to Billy's car and he puts it in. You can tell it's very much a rifle-shaped box, and a couple boxes of ammo. So clearly, rifle is being exchanged here. Down by the car, kind of like in the trunk area, there is like two 20-gallon buckets of brass shells, and there's a box full of just metal parts. So Teddy looks very, with a big grin, he looks over at you, he's like, this is the rest of the parts for your MP40, and Billy here has managed to acquire you quite a bit of used brass, so we can start reloading at some point. We just need to actually make the repairs, and we'll be all set.
So he's got like this. So it's like a
yeah, it's two like white kind of big buckets that I guess you'd be using for anything, but they're full of brass. They use brass for the MP40. So I guess I'm assuming it's a specialized cartridge.
It's basically just
and
9mm.
The MP40 is
9mm parabellum. So.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Well, he's got an extra ton of that. He's got an extra 10 of 9mm brass.
And it's like some parts.
Yeah, he happens to have
parts.
The rest of the parts. Yeah, I'm guessing it's like an upper, or like I'm not 100% sure, but it's like the rest of the like internal structure for your MP40 and like a bit of the external stuff that you're missing. I'm not sure if there's like slides. I'll have to actually look up an MP40. But yeah, he has the rest of the parts that you need for putting it together. I'm gonna say it's gonna require a good 3 successes on 3 different days. If you get a 20, that's 2 successes. But yeah, it's gonna take you a bit of time to get it together.
Yeah. So he's Cody's just like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Cody's gonna be pretty pleased seeing that like. He's gonna be pretty pleased. He's just like, finally, like, thought that wasn't gonna. Thought you'd kind of forgotten about that.
I've been talking to Billy here. He's just, he's kind of the not most reliable guy for timing, but he will come through eventually.
Tiff is gonna plummet.
So good.
Tiff is gonna plummet and then just go, "Hey, where's my present? Do I not get a present?"
I'm sorry. I will assure you, I will get you something very nice. Don't you worry, Tiffany. But he goes in and he starts kind of pulling out all the gear and stuff, and you each have a room in the cabin. There's kind of four small rooms, so everyone has a room, thankfully. So he starts kind of trucking all your gear in, and again, it's midday-ish, maybe like, well, I said it would be an hour from 12, so it's probably like 2 o'clock for you guys. You can do whatever you like for the rest of the day. Teddy's basically gonna relax. He's done a lot of driving.
Tiffany's probably gonna go to her room and kind of settle in and just kind of what kind of things around are there? Like there's a lake nearby, right?
There is a lake. Teddy had bought some worms and stuff for fishing as well while you guys were at that mom and pop store. So he's going to be doing that later. Again, Billy finishes up with his mowing of the grass, and he starts coming in, setting up, and he has a beer. But he eventually starts to grill some stuff up for you guys. Again, it's pretty calm, pretty quiet, pretty peaceful, actually, which is very different from the other Poutine roads that we've had so far. But yeah. Come nightfall, make perception checks just to see if you guys notice anything.
It's a 16 for me.
Again, there's not the perfect.
Oh my god!
There's not the hustle and bustle of the city. Oh.
I got
Oh my god!
so
I have that's either good or bad.
I'm using the D20 roller on Google, and it just kept giving me more and more dice instead of just rolling the one I had.
Oh no.
I don't need 7 die, I just need 1. I got a 16.
A 16. Yeah, you both, I mean, throughout the night it's quiet. You're not used to that from the hustle and bustle of the city, especially on Poutine Road. You guys have kind of a bit of traffic coming through, so there's always kind of cars slowly going down your road. But this is quiet. You can hear the crickets. You hear coyotes at night. And with a 16, yeah, that's basically all you hear. It's a pretty quiet night.
Cool.
And in the morning, Teddy's up early, and he's going to be fishing. It's up to you if you guys want to sleep in or if you want to wake up with him. You would hear him wake up with a 16, though. So.
I would.
Yeah, it's up to you. Well, you're a little deafened. Perhaps Tiffany wouldn't.
Okay. I think Tiffany probably just in the quiet, and after she got food, she just passed out in her normal clothes, just on top of the covers on the bed. And I would say she still probably has Cody's phone tucked somewhere in her bra.
Oh no. So he never acquired it at any point that night. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, Cody is just...
How does Cody feel about this?
Cody is obviously still very annoyed about this, but he's in his mind, he's trying to conjure up some scheme to get it back, but he's just he knows there's no way this is not going to be awkward.
And she's passed out pretty hard because she hasn't rested in a long time, so she's just out cold.
Okay, so
I'm gonna drop a map just so you guys have an idea of what's going on. But yeah, I love this. This is good. Oh, Cody. So just for the references, number 1 on the map, which is the top left corner, is the mom and pop store. Number 2 is kind of your little campground there. Number 3, which is on the right side of the map, is kind of that kind of mountains, rocky area that that Teddy was camping on when you guys had called him in our last session. That's kind of his coyote hunting spot. And then number 4, which is in the bottom right portion, there's a little kind of deer kind of stand area that they basically leads into a forest. This is mostly private area. It does kind of lead into almost like a public land as well, but for the most part, this is all Billy and Teddy's kind of family's cabin area. So yeah, so he does kind of point this area on a map, and just so you know where you are, just in case you guys ever get lost. But this is kind of at dinner when you guys are all eating and Cody's scheming about how he's gonna get his phone back.
Yeah, he's keeps trying to Like he sees where it is, but he's also trying to like not look too long.
She's just kind of gonna give him a side eye at one point and just be like, "Don't look at me like that."
Don't get. He's just like relax. Like I'm not looking at you for that reason. I
You can get karate chopped. Stop.
he's like don't don't flatter yourself. I'm not looking at you that way.
I think she's pretty much at this point forgotten that it's even in there. Cause like I know from personal experience, I've stuck some stuff in there, and I just you stop feeling it after a while.
Yeah, I guess you probably would just kind of desensitize the fact it's there and just forget. Are you checking your own phone though?
Yeah.
Okay, at some point, probably towards the end of the night, Karen's gonna message you, and she's like, "Have you heard from Cody? Is he mad at me?"
She's just gonna send back, yeah, I'm with him. He's annoying as normal. I don't think he's mad at you.
And then she kind of goes off about, "Oh, he's not answering my texts, and normally he's just so respondent," and she's just kind of blowing up.
Her eyes are gonna kind of go wide, and she's gonna remember and just go, "Oh, no, he's fine. He's just detoxing from his phone."
I imagine Cody's like on the other end of the room listening to Billy and Teddy just have random conversations about, military shit, and Billy's like, "Well, on my day, Cody's just like staring over at you like, "I want my phone back," but yeah, I'm gonna say that first night itself, like honestly, it's quiet. It's like you guys stay up. It's up to you if you give your phone back to Cody. But the first day or two, pretty quiet. Honestly, you guys can relax, do what you want. If you guys want to go on a walk or fishing or hunting, I know at some point, Teddy's plan is basically he's going to do fishing the first night, take a nap some point through the day, and then stay up and do some more coyote hunting at night. He also warns you that he might hear some gunshots in the night. Billy, for the most part, he does some chores here and there. There's a little garden there that he's been working on. He'll occasionally go out and just take a walk with his gun, trying to find like rabbits and stuff like that. But that's what they're doing the first 2 nights.
Alright. I would say that Tiffany kind of just, for the most part, relaxes. She's not into too much hunting and fishing, so she's just gonna kind of walk around, relax, and then, like that evening, after she remembers that she has his phone, she's just gonna go through it a little bit, just for fun, before she gives it back.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna say you probably have no problem doing it. Probably because I'm just gonna say Cody just does not have a passcode on his phone for some reason. Either that, or he just has like a really easy passcode to guess.
His passcode's like Bluey. It's like, damn it, I'm in.
Bingo.
It's amazing.
That's great. Did she find anything weird?
You probably find some really unusual pictures and illustrations some really edgy, really based memes, some like random images of like Bluey episodes, and a bunch of like audiobooks from like a variety of different extreme right-wing authors.
Oh.
Are you checking like search history, or are you just going through photos? Like,
just going through everything. She's just like, I am just so curious.
who this man is that I live with.
Who is this annoying man? I do have a question of, Cody was trying real hard to get something more from Karen than heart emojis. Am I able to pretend to be him and actually get more than heart emojis?
Give me a social skills check. Because trying to fake someone's text is actually probably a skill. Like, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
At some point, you will get a random text, like, at ridiculous time, completely irrelevant from this, but it'll be from Stuart being like, hi, I was thinking about, I had an idea how we can improve productivity. And it's just this big, long spiel of just text wall that, Cody was somehow supposed to just be on call and just read this crap on his time off. While he's on vacation, keep in mind.
So I got a 17. When she gets that text, though, she's just going to say, nobody gives a fuck about productivity, Stuart.
17, you can absolutely copy Cody. I mean, you've probably texted Cody. You live with him. You know his writing style. You can read his writing style. Yeah, you're smart enough to figure that out.
Awesome.
Stuart does not reply for that. Oh, if you're actually trying to pull a picture, yeah, I would say she would be inclined. She likes Cody, so yeah.
She's just gonna kind of stare at the phone for a second with like wide eyes, just like, oh wow, huh, that actually works.
I mean, it's not full nudity, but it is fairly risque. And it's just like, oh, Karen, I didn't expect that to be,
Yeah, after she kind of like fucks around on his phone for a little while, she'll just like pull that picture up, lock his phone, so it's like the first thing that comes up when he opens it, and then just will putz in and give him back his phone.
Cody is greeted to a photo of Karen with a pink and black corset.
Damn.
And she's got like a really seductive pose. We'll put it that way.
Right.
Yeah, Cody's just like, just kind of at first like unamused, like just kind of just like swipe the phone back and then just look at it, and then his eyes go very wide, seeing the image, and just like it's like holy shit. Then he's just kind of like, you've been snooping on my phone, haven't you?
She's just kind of like gonna do that and then just kind of like shrug and walk away. I would say I want to know what reaction he has when he backs up into like his messages and he just sees Stuart with the reply of no one gives a fuck about productivity, Stuart.
Yeah, he's just gonna he's going to just be like, he's probably gonna say something along the lines of like, I'm gonna kill you, Tiffany, and then he's gonna try and explain. He's just gonna try and explain to Stuart that he's just like, that wasn't him, that was his roommate.
You'll get a reply back from Stuart, but it's like he was unfazed by any of the messages. He's just like, yeah, I had another thought. We could do this. Perhaps we could, like he's just like right on business. He was not even the least bit phased by that text. So you're just kind of like, oh man, like I was hoping that he might have just had a human emotion for once in his life, but no,
He's just corporate robot.
he's just corporate robot. Yeah. I have to make this joke because I've worked with plenty of people that are like this, so it's just
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Cody is gonna kind of relieved that there wasn't much diffusing to be done. He is going to go for a little like nature walk, like a little hike on it, like by himself.
Okay. I think we said this was probably later in the afternoon. I just gotta make a quick roll here. Are you taking anything with you? You're just probably with a flashlight.
Probably just like probably just he'll take like a flashlight, and I'm just going to assume that he's just to be safe. He's probably going to take his trusty Sturmgewehr.
Absolutely, yep. It is a fairly quiet, cool night. You can hear coyotes off in the distance. Give me a perception check, really quick. How far are you going? Like, are you going closer to like 3? Are you just kind of? Keep in mind, I actually didn't point out on the map. There's like a black line going down. That's actually like a hydro pole or a electricity tower, electricity poles.
Okay, so you're going towards like what? Going towards 3?
Or are you going like straight down towards like the actual forest? You can go in any direction, really.
He's probably gonna at first probably kind of like walk along like the side of the road. Then he's gonna try and like he'll probably venture a little bit into like the forest. Like he'll probably find like a little bit like a small trail that goes off. It doesn't look too like from first glance it doesn't look particularly like difficult or very difficult to navigate, so he'll just walk off onto that trail. I rolled a 19, by the way.
A 19, ooh. How far on this trail are you going? Like a good... I mean, you said you're going on a decent walk, so... all right, a 19. You start to notice it's more of like a game trail. It is fairly wide. It's honestly a calm, quiet walk. And then you get like maybe 10 minutes into the forest and you start to notice just like an off feeling kind of in the forest. You notice on the ground that there's kind of like some weird like spikes almost. That's the weirdest, like the best way to describe it. Let's put it that way.
Spikes?
Yeah, it's like longer, maybe half a foot, like 6 inches to a foot long. It's almost like they're not quite like they're kind of bristly. They're brown, they're black-ish, like brown, black, dark brown. And they look kind of sharp. And you have no idea what the hell these are.
Yeah, Cody's probably just gonna kind of stop dead in his tracks. He's probably gone maybe a mile down this trail, and he just kind of stops and he's just kind of like, what the hell? And he's gonna take kind of a closer look. This is kind of like discern what they are, maybe.
Yeah, it's not like there's one or two. There's like a good 17 to 30 plus of these things kind of embedded in the ground. Some of them are like embedded in like the rocks nearby, and almost some in the almost the bark in the lower parts of the trees. That's really all you can see. It's the weirdest thing as well, and I know right now it does not make sense, but yeah, that's what you come across.
He's just gonna look at them kind of curiously, and he's just thinking, he'll do like some weird shit out here, and he's just gonna kind of continue walking down the trail, maybe a little slower because he's a little. He was kind of in like a kind of a decent mood whenever he started. He was kind of enjoying the sounds of nature.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, but now he's maybe a little on edge now.
Yeah, just give me a. I guess that's an acrobatics check. Yeah, that would be an acrobatics check.
Just
as you're walking along this trail.
It's a 17.
Yep, no worries. Yeah, you see some of these off on the side of the trail. Some of them are actually kind of on the trail. Again, they're really bristly, almost like long hair-like things. They're barbed a little bit. It just seems like there should be a source or something from these. Like they're not like a plant that you can tell. But yeah, walking further along the trail. Let me just triple check. You start to hear movement off to the corner. It sounds like something fast, almost like a dog.
Cody's gonna like turn in the direction of like where he's hearing this. Okay.
Are you gonna do anything, or are you just gonna like point? I think you have a flashlight with you as well. You're pointing that in the direction.
Yeah, I'll probably point the flashlight in that direction. I mean, I'll turn it on, of course.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Do you need me to make another roll?
No, I was just making sure I could find out exactly what was going on here. Yeah, you start to hear kind of like it almost stops for a second, and then you can hear it kind of like start to bolt towards you. You can hear breathing, and you start to notice very quickly it is a coyote that is charging towards you.
Okay, of course he's just gonna be like shit, and so he's gonna try and fumble for his rifle.
Absolutely. I guess this is a good time to do. What's the word?
Initiative.
Initiative. That's it. Sorry, my brain's not working today. I had my nap and everything.
Let's see. That is 7 for initiative.
And that's including your +4 for, I guess, a ranged weapon?
It's +4, and you add your dex to that, I think?
Yes, that's correct, yep.
Yeah.
Coyote rolled a 1, so you are going first.
Alright. Shit, I gotta pull. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Cody's just gonna, like, probably shoot at this thing. Is it, like... Probably as many times as he can in a round. I gotta pull this up here. Just like find my rules, the rule book. So it's like a light semi-auto, and it's just like, how am I gonna shoot this thing? I can shoot this thing 10 times.
Just unload on it.
Yeah, so
I don't think the recoil. Yeah, the recoil's pretty much nothing on those two, so that's amazing.
All right. So yeah, I guess I'll roll like what? Well, first like a roll in general to see if I hit. There's a 17.
Yes, definitely hits. It has a 13 for missile, so that definitely hits.
All right, so get my do the online dice roller so that I can figure out how many I hit. Those were all D4s, right? 22.
Yeah.
D4s. So I guess I should let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta figure out how many actually hit. So I fired 10. I'm gonna find out how many of them actually hit. I think. So where is that? Oh yeah. So actually, about how far do you think this like the coyote was?
It was difficult to see in the brush just because of how like the density of trees and stuff like that, but it's not far. It's probably like 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll a. I'm gonna say. It would be like medium range. So, find my D8. Wow, all my shots hit.
Yeah, immediately it's like you get a burst of adrenaline and it goes slow mo. You can see this thing kind of coming towards you. And you just, gun up, train right on it, and you just boom, 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 and it just. I mean, you can roll damage, but 7 good hits, D4. That's gonna be some serious damage, and it's a +1, I think. +1 damage.
+1.
Just in general, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I rolled I think I rolled like a 21.
Yeah, they don't have very much health, so yeah, you just definitely decimate this wolf or this coyote, and it just drops into the forest as well. And then it goes quiet. It just seemed like it was the single coyote.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, Cody's just gonna like, oh, all right, I'm done here. So he's gonna start going. Oh, first he's gonna like, kind of like take a picture of some of these like weird the weird
or spiky things.
the weird spiky things, and yeah, he's basically just gonna kind of run the rest of the way back the trail.
Absolutely, yeah. I would do that as well if that was me. So yeah, within a short kind of jog, you're back on the trail. You can start to see the headlights of the little cabin in the distance. Inside, I imagine, I don't know what Tiffany's doing, but Teddy and Billy are in a very heated game of Jenga. And suddenly the door bursts open and Cody's just basically right there.
Yeah, Cody just kind of like throws the door open. He looks very disheveled.
What got you?
Billy just kind of like looks over very like nonchalantly, but Teddy just kind of stands up. He's like, "What happened?"
I almost fucking died, man.
Almost.
Don't you start. Don't you start.
Teddy's kind of gonna shoot you a little bit of a glance, like Tiffany, not now. And then he's like, "What happened? What happened?"
So I decided I was gonna take like a little hike. Good thing I brought my rifle because like I got fucking attacked by a coyote. But
Shit.
no, thankfully luckily I was able to like gun the thing down. But actually, I got a question for you, Teddy. I'm walking down this trail, and he pulls out his phone and shows him the picture that he took. He's like, "What the fuck are these things?"
He'd be like, "Man, I'm so glad you're okay. Yeah, just don't go anywhere without a gun. And he's gonna kind of grab your phone and be like, "What the hell, Billy? You ever seen one of these?"
Yeah,
he's gonna
a
just show his phone.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Cody's definitely not. He definitely feels a little more uneasy knowing that Teddy hasn't seen this before.
I gotta roll 2d20, and this is to a 20 and a 19. Ooh, these guys actually do know what this is. Like, that's the weirdest fucking thing. I've seen these, but not this big. Now where the hell have I seen these things? Teddy's gonna kind of chuckle, and Billy's not even gonna he's not gonna be phased. I've seen these before.
He's like,
he's gonna start pulling up books and shit, and like be like, hey, where did we see these before?
He's like, yeah, I saw these on this trail that I was on, like, kind of like just before like that fork in the road. So like, what's that? Have we seen, like, you got like there's a 3 and a 4. What are those again?
Oh, so the 3 is kind of like almost like a rocky area, kind of like a higher ground. Teddy does a ton of coyote shooting out there, and then 4 is like almost like a game deer trail, like a deer stand where they usually do their hunting.
Yeah. So he's basically gonna say, he's like, yeah, it's like I saw those on like this little trail that I saw, like, kind of like just like past like the river.
Billy's gonna just kind of stare over at Teddy really quick, and Teddy's gonna be like, "Wait, were you down in the forest?"
Yeah. It's kind of hard not to be in the forest.
He's gonna kind of like turn white a little bit, and he's gonna look over at Billy. He's like, "There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way." And Billy's like, interesting.
All right, guys, what the fuck's going on?
Teddy's gonna be like, all right. So when we were kids, we used to run down here, and our grandpappies would always tell us not to go too far into the forest. They had some old legend. They'd basically say, stuff like just hunters and stuff that just sneak onto the land, and you just didn't want to get your kids shot and all that. But I remember distinctly, they had this old joke legend about this massive thing in the woods that would eat people whole, and we always thought.
Are you there? You kind of cut out for me. Hang on a second.
Alrighty. Is that better?
I cut out for you. So could you like repeat what you said there?
Yeah, no worries. I want to make sure it's recorded and all that. Yeah. So basically, Teddy's gonna be like, "There's no way." Our grandpappies back in the day would tell us stories to kind of stay out of the forest. People sneaking on and hunting and all that. But we always thought they were messing with us. But they would always tell this little legend of this giant creature that would snatch people whole and take them alive. But they always said it was like some sort of giant like bug thing. We always thought they were pulling our legs. But that looks very similar to what they would tell us in the stories, that they would leave these things around.
A giant bug thing. He's kind of like gonna look at you, kind of like he doesn't really believe you. He's like, it's like, come on, Teddy. Like, I know you were you like tell me like stories about like Bigfoot and shit, but it's just like,
hey, now Bigfoot's real, but I'm telling you, this thing is there.
And you it's there. You've never seen it, right?
No, not per se, no.
So how can you tell that thing's real? I mean, he's kind of like in a little bit of a, I guess, kind of maybe like denial. He's kind of like thinking he's gonna be the rational one. So
yeah, Teddy's gonna be like, man, maybe we're just thinking about this too hard. He's gonna be looking at that photo again. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the light. Maybe it was some sort of branches. I don't know.
Like, I don't know, like those things. Then I saw like a bunch of them like on that trail. Like, if you like, I mean, if you like I can show you. Like, I can prove it to you if you like. Like, I'm not making this shit up.
Teddy's gonna look over at Billy and be like, Billy, what do you think? And let me make a roll to see what Billy actually has the nerve to do this. He's fairly different. He's like, maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. I always thought it was legends. I don't think it. Maybe we'll go check it out. Maybe we will. Gives me a chance to go bring that new rifle of mine, he says with a smile. And Teddy's like, this isn't serious. This is serious. The man was almost eaten by a coyote, and now he's saying that there could be bigger creatures out there. We need to prepare.
Man, I haven't said anything. I'm just showing you pictures like some weird shit that I saw.
Teddy's gonna grab his .357 revolver, and Billy is gonna grab his rifle, and they are gonna basically instruct you to lead them back to where they, if you're willing to, back to where they found these weird spikes.
Yeah, he's absolutely willing to go. He's absolutely willing to show them. He feels a lot more confident now that he's got Teddy and his friend there.
Tiffany's gonna grab some like sauce from the fridge, like barbecue sauce or like Frank's. Walk over to Cody and just hand it to him and be like, well, at least season you so that whatever's out there won't, be a little easier to digest, I guess. Have fun.
He's just gonna like fuck off.
Teddy's just gonna pull out some bug spray and kind of just like douse you in bug spray. Be like, you're never too safe. There's lots of ticks out there.
Oh god.
So yeah, you guys slowly start making your way. Teddy's got his night vision goggles out because he has a pair because he's just got all of the gear. So he's got his big ass night visions on. And you guys slowly make your way down that trail. And you do come across these. Actually, I gotta make a navigation check to make sure you guys can find them again. Yep, that's not too bad. You managed to come across these. I'm gonna say Billy takes out like a grocery store bag and puts one of them in this bag. And they're just kind of checking out the vicinity. Make me another perception check, just as we're there. It's hard to beat a 19 or an 18 or whatever you have, but...
Hang on. I got a 13.
Okay, yeah, you basically find most of the... You find nothing new, basically. Billy's kind of interested in this coyote. He's like, where was that coyote you shot?
It was a little further down this trail.
Alright, let's see if he has success finding it. He's going to be scouring through bushes. He does not find it. He's like, I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I'm just not going to kick around in the dark for too long. He's like slapping himself. There's just mosquitoes out here pretty bad. Teddy's like inspecting very intently these spikes, and he's like, they almost look like a tarantula or like spider hairs. Have you ever heard of spider hairs? It's like that. And Billy's like, you're crazy. Let's get out of here. Teddy's gonna be officially freaked out at this point because you were not lying. And he's gonna ask, what do you guys do? What's the game plan, boys?
So we haven't found the coyote. So
I mean, you can look a little bit more if you'd like. If you want to make a, I guess, perception check or invest. I guess it's perception. But yeah, Billy did not find it. Teddy's more interested in the actual weird spiky things.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Cody's probably at this point just more interested in trying to find the coyote. So I rolled a 7, by the way.
A 7. I'm gonna say because it's dark, it's kind of hard to see exactly where it was, and like you shot it, you walked out, you walked back, you're trying to find the exact location. It's kind of difficult. Say you're unable to locate the coyote's body at this point, in the dark at least.
All right, so Cody's probably just kind of a little one. He's still on edge, but he's a little bit annoyed that he can't prove that he just like destroyed this coyote.
Exactly, that'd be a little frustrating for sure. I guess after a while, Teddy's like, I guess Teddy's gonna look for it. He'd be like, you guys really want to find this coyote, don't you? And let's see how well he does. He cannot find it either with a 4, so yeah. He'd be like, I believe you, son. I can see this 22 casing right on the ground, but yeah, that coyote's disappeared.
That's lovely. He's he's probably heard of like some listening to like some of. He's probably heard a bunch of like stories about cryptids from
yeah,
Teddy
I'm gonna
before.
say that Teddy's like, let's get the hell out of here. Let's start walking back. And as you're walking back, Billy's like, you sure it wasn't a skinwalker and you just wounded it? You didn't kill it?
Don't you start with those things. Like I'm already on edge. So let's just get back to the cabin. I'm just ready to just like get to bed.
I understand. You guys get back to the cabin. Tiffany, you're still relaxing, doing whatever you'd like.
Yes.
Teddy's freaked out, but Billy's like, hey, we should finish up that Jenga game. And he's like, man, not now. Not now. Not now. Yeah, Billy's just the most nonchalant guy in the world. It's up to you guys what you want to do for the rest of the night. It's, again, probably fairly late at this point, so you guys can go to bed. Or you can, again, if you want to stay up, you're welcome to.
Cody is probably just gonna like retire to his room and probably spend a good few minutes just binge watching some more Bluey, just to
Nice.
settle himself down, and he'd probably just like
Take
passes
the edge
out.
off of it.
So, the Cody's room, is it on ground floor, or is this like a all one
Yeah,
floor?
I'm gonna say this is all like a bungalow. It's all on one floor. You're kind of cabin. So it's probably Billy, Teddy. You guys can fight over if it's Cody or Tiffany or whoever wants the end one.
Alright, I think Tiffany's gonna go outside and she's gonna locate the window to Cody's room.
That
And
wouldn't be
just-
very difficult to halt. Yeah.
Yep, and just kind of like, is there a covering on it, or is it just open?
He would have some blinds. It's up to him if he had them closed. Otherwise, it's basically just a big old window.
Are your blinds closed or not?
I'm gonna say probably.
Okay. She's gonna kind of take a little nearby stick and just kind of like tap on the window with the stick.
Really creepily. Give me a stealth check to see how quick or how quietly you can like leave the house
Okay.
and get to the window without Cody obviously hearing the door open and walk across the house and like, you know.
I got an 11.
I'm gonna say give me a perception check there, Jeremy. Just I would like to say that he probably notices you, but
It's a 12 for me.
you're just nodding off, but you do hear her door creak open. You can hear her kind of like tiptoe down the hallway. The door opens, like the main door opens. You can hear kind of like patting of like grass, and then you hear like tap 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 in a really creepy manner.
At first, he kind of like maybe like jumps a little bit, and he's just like, "Is that you, Tiffany?"
She's just gonna kind of like flop down underneath, like roll up against the house so that if he looks out, he can't see her. I can also.
Yeah, that's pretty much just what he's gonna do. He's gonna like pull up the blinds and kind of like look.
I got a 17 for that one.
I'm gonna say you're fairly hidden.
Yeah.
So yeah, you open your blinds. You could have sworn you heard her sneak out, but then you don't see her. You don't see anything. It's just pitch black. You see like a little bit of the forest off in the distance and a little bit of the lake off in the distance, but
He's actually gonna open the window. He's gonna like unlock it and open it and kind of like look out. He's just like, I heard you open your door and walk down the hall. I know you're out there.
She's just gonna stay very quiet, just like rolled up against the house.
Alright, so yeah, Cody's just gonna he's just gonna go like whatever, and then he's just gonna slam the window shut and close the blinds.
Still like laying up against the house, she's just gonna like extend the branch back up, and you just hear like tap tap tap.
For fuck's sake, Tiffany.
Tap 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 tap.
Oh, okay,
tap.
so Cody's just gonna like throw his phone down and just like go like leave the room and like go outside to like confront her.
Do I hear any of this? Do I know that he's coming?
I would say probably, yeah.
I can't hear very well.
Oh, that's true. Give me a perception check. Not to make you do a million perception checks, but
Jeez. I got a 3, and that's without my disadvantage. So
yeah. Before you know it, Cody's basically behind you, and as you kind of like, well, I'll let Cody say what he would like to do, but at some point you do notice that Teddy is also by his window with his night vision goggles on, staring, watching this entire thing go down because he's on like high alert right now. So he's just kind of shaking his head by the window.
Yeah. He's pretty much just gonna basically just like bang his like fist like up against the side of the cabin, like right where Tiffany is.
she's gonna jump a little bit and look at you and just be like, "Oh, hey, do you hear? I seen something out here. Did you come out to investigate too?
Yeah,
Someone's
I found
tapping
it.
on your window."
He's like, yeah, I found it. It's a fucking asshole.
Even Teddy's gonna kind of laugh at his window because he can kind of hear this through the panes of glass.
I think if we're on like some fucking like vacation, that you would like to, forget that I exist. or something of the like.
I don't know. I think we should go on a walk. Like, it's late.
I've already fucking done that. And I almost got eaten by a fucking coyote.
Should go on another walk. Why not? Are you chicken? Bonk, 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 bonk.
He's just gonna, just get really just like annoyed. And he's just like, he's just gonna be like, night, and just like walk back inside.
Well, I'm going on a walk.
Teddy just seems very concerned that you've said that. He's like, I don't think that's quite the best idea, but I mean, I'm not one to keep you here either, so.
He's just like, yeah, have fun getting eaten by a coyote or the fucking bug man thing.
Well, I mean, I'm just a humble mall security
Humble? Guard. That's rich.
Well, a humble mall security guard. And I think I can take on a bug man.
With, like, what are you gonna do? Blow your whistle at it?
Correct. Everyone falls in order with the whistle.
Yeah, we'll have fun with that. And he's just gonna head back inside.
Alright, if you don't want to join me, I'll see you later.
Alright, are you actually going on a walk there? Or are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you heading to?
Just a little, just heading out towards the tree line a little bit.
Okay. It's fairly dark, but I'm guessing you're probably taking a flashlight or something like that, or are you just enjoying the moonlight?
Just enjoying the moonlight. I mean, I'll probably have the flashlight on me.
That's fair, yeah. Off in the distance, you do hear coyotes howling. It's, again, you've heard it for the most past couple nights, but it's a very common sound out here. It is pretty quiet, though. I didn't roll anything, so you have a fairly quiet walk.
Awesome. She's not gonna go like far into the woods, but she'll just kind of like walk along the tree line and
give me
head
a
back.
perception check really quick.
16.
16. You can start to see the trail that Cody had gone down. You can look down deep into the forest. You see an owl that's kind of just perched up, which is really cool.
Cool.
He seems to be just watching you this whole time, but he doesn't really do much.
Are you an informant?
Yeah. Are you an informant? No, yeah, it's a pretty quiet night. Like it's a nice, calm night. After a little while, you kind of start to feel tired after nice, cool air. And you're kind of laughing that Cody, is making all these, fusses, but it's just like a really quiet, calm place. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you head back eventually whenever you take your time, and Teddy's up with the night vision. He's kind of just scouting. He's like, I guess he couldn't sleep with you out, but he kind of calms down a little bit once he sees that you're approaching. He's like, nice night. It's good.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm alive. Went for my walk.
That's good. Billy's snoring like you can just hear him I'm just in the other room. He's kind of keeping me up, but I'm sure I'll fall asleep soon.
Well, good night, Teddy.
Good night. And yeah, with that, you basically get to bed, and I think that's day 5 or 6 for you guys. So it's about halfway through your trip. Not too bad, not too bad. Do you guys want to call it here, or do you want to keep going? I don't want to push you guys too late. I know we started a little late for the game, but
Yeah.
it's your call.
That is up to you, Jer.
I like to see what one more day brings.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, in the morning, I guess Teddy's a little more tired than normal, but he's sipping on a coffee. He woke up at a decent time. He's still got a couple worms left, so he's fishing with those. Let's see if he catches anything. Completely forgot to roll that. Let's see if he does anything well. Billy, he's up grumbling. He's just doing his thing. He's talking about, it must have been, yeah, Teddy catches something. It's nothing big, but it catches a decent fish.
Yeah.
Billy's talking about how, the them skinwalkers out in the forest are going to come back. And he's just trying to rile up all of these crazy stories. But he starts talking about a plan to hunt this thing down because, catching a cryptid like that could really turn his life around. And he could be writing books and have his face on TV, and you can tell he does not have a TV face, but...
Aww.
I'll be honest, he does not have a TV face. He's not the most attractive man, but he doesn't really care either.
Nope.
He's telling Teddy that he's going to start hunting down at the, deeper in the forest, down at the tree stand, and he says he's going to try and find this thing. Teddy's kind of laughing. He's like, man, I don't know. He's starting to think, I guess, second guess himself about the whole situation, but...
I mean, I don't think there's anything out there. I went out for a walk and didn't see anything, so...
Well, I didn't necessarily see anything, but I'm gonna... Well, okay, one of Cody's flaws is he's a coward. So he's just like, whatever is out there, if there's anything out there, I don't want anything to do with it.
Teddy's like, I'm kind of one to agree with Cody. We should probably do our best to try to avoid any kind of supernatural beings in the forest. Just enjoy our night and get out of here. Respect the forest. Billy's like, I'm putting that thing on my wall. Gonna put it right here. Above the mantel place, above the fire. And he's just kind of like... Teddy has a good laugh for that. He's like, man, you find the person that'll taxidermy a cryptid, and we'll get it done. Don't worry, I'll pay for it.
Taxidermy Mothman.
Exactly. So yeah, for the most part, the day is your guys. Teddy's gonna do some chores and stuff like that. Billy's gonna head down to 4 towards, midday. He's gonna start just sitting in a tree stand trying to hunt something. It's up to you guys what you want to do. If you want to do anything specific, if you want to just chill in the cabin, relax,
I'm gonna say
enjoy your vacation.
I'm gonna say that somehow Cody was able to get I'm gonna say the past couple of days have been for some reason this has been a complete and total dead zone for him. So just on a whim, he's actually able to probably some satellite was able to pass by at just the right time, so he's actually able to kind of talk to Karen a little bit.
Yep, it really depends on the weather. If it's a little cloudy, you're not getting anything, but it's just the right day. You start getting all these texts flying in.
But yeah, he's trying to tell her about what he saw and whatnot. Maybe trying to play up that maybe not trying to play it like he was scared or anything, but trying to he's be more heroic about it.
She's very impressed. This whole thing, it's definitely outside of her realm of, the mall and her day-to-day things. So she's thankful and was so scared that you ran into a coyote, but she's not sure what to make of the photo that you sent her. She's like, it could be encrypted. It could just be like random sticks on the ground. I really don't know. But she's like, I believe you. She's so supportive.
Then he kind of gets maybe a little bit brazen, and he's just like, I'm going to bring you back a coyote pelt.
Oh.
She's very much cool with that. She's like, oh, that'd be so cool, is what her text says.
So he's just gonna kind of, despite his like better judgment, but he's a complete and total simp for this girl. So he's just gonna, without really so much as a second thought, he's just gonna like grab his rifle and just like kick down the door and start heading out into the forest.
Where are you going?
I'm on a mission.
Get
Fine.
Yeah. Tiffany.
Teddy sees you guys. He's like, all right, be safe, you guys. He's kind of got his fish. He's kind of proud. He's kind of like, gutting it or skinning it, or I guess you don't skin a fish.
Teddy.
I guess you do actually. Yeah. Yeah, he's getting the bones out and he's kind of making some nice little fillets.
Aw, good job, bud.
Yeah, it's like a decent little, or it's a rather big perch. Let's put it that way. Big old perch.
What's it perched on?
Yeah. So yeah, you guys start heading out. Where are you heading? Are you heading down the trail that you had shot that coyote, trying to find it, or are you trying to locate another coyote to?
He's probably gonna try and find the coyote that he found. If failing that, he's gonna just try and hunt down another coyote.
Perfect. All right, yeah, you get down that game trail again. Give me both. I guess it's not night. That's kind of irrelevant. Give me a, I guess, perception check to see if you can hunt this thing down. I will.
Or would it be
say
tracking?
It's gonna be a tracking. Yes, that would be it. That's a better use of the skills. Let's do that.
I got a 12.
12. It is daytime. We'll
I got
see
an
how
8.
An 8. I'm gonna say you're like, it's right here. It was like this area, and then Tiffany kind of searching around the.
Tracking is a trained skill of mine, though, so I don't know if that changes that at all.
I can't remember what level you guys are. You're gonna level after this, I will say though. So by for our next session, definitely give yourselves a level. I will say that yeah, Cody's like, it's in this area. It was right here. I was standing here, I was shooting in this direction, and you're kind of walking through. Oh, it's right here.
I found it. You destroyed it.
Yeah, it's got shot up a little bit, but I mean it's still salvageable.
Yeah, Cody's just gonna be like, how do I do this? Because he has no idea how to like skin an animal.
I found its eyeball over here. It's kind of gross.
All right, so Cody's just gonna. He's just basically just gonna pick up this carcass.
Yep.
And he's just gonna have like Teddy or Billy do it.
Okay, are you just gonna drag it back to camp? It's not a huge coyote, but I mean it's a good like 16 pounds.
All right, so we just kind of.
If you're gonna haul it back to town, that's or back to your camp.
Yeah,
rather.
I'm just gonna haul it back.
Just because it's a little more like kind of, well, how strong you've done the gym and stuff. I think Cody, we had said in previous sessions that he was pretty strong.
I've been.
So, yeah, I'll say you're able to carry it. You're not gonna be like hoofing and dragging it. So yeah, you were able to bring it back to camp. Teddy's gonna have a little bit of a smile on his face, like, you found it. And then he's gonna be like, oh, that's a hell of a grouping, as he kind of inspects it.
Yeah. Hey, can you do me a favor and skin this thing for me?
Yeah, yeah. Just give me a minute. He's gonna run inside and grab a special knife. Comes out and he starts, I guess, hanging, by its back paw in one of the trees, and he just guts it right there. And it's up to you guys if you want me to get all graphic about it. But yeah, he basically, in short order, retrieves you upheld.
Nice. So, I guess, maybe, and I'm assuming Billy is still at the, the tower, whatever you call it.
Yeah, Billy's still out. He's kind of said he'll be back at the end of the day. He's just basically sitting out there with a 6-pack of beer and some beef jerky.
Tiffany is going to tap Cody on the shoulder and then take his hand. And then in his hand leave the coyote eyeball that she found in the forest.
Oh no.
And he's just gonna go, ah, and he's just gonna just yeet it.
I had my eye on you.
That's
I'd
actually
rather
hilarious.
you didn't.
I guess Teddy's gonna do his Teddy thing and give you some basic facts about, how, certain cultures, eyeballs were probably, a delicacy. And
See, you just yeeted a delicacy. How dare you?
Yeah, well, we don't eat eyeballs in Europe, I don't think.
Teddy's gonna kind of nod. He's like, in certain cultures, and not my culture though. I leave the eyeballs. I leave the eyeballs where they are. Yeah, he's gonna kind of chuckle and he's gonna start making lunch with his fish that he caught. Again, it's probably midday. You guys probably hang this coyote up to, I guess sun dry. I'm not sure how you do that. I guess tanning would be a thing.
Tanning, something like that.
Yeah, tanning, or Teddy probably knows a simple tanning solution, or probably has a professional tanning solution. Being kind of like a hunting cabin, so he starts applying that.
Now with kind of his we'll say his honor at stake, and in any sort of way, wanting to impress Karen even more, he's just gonna be like, "I'm gonna hunt down that bug."
I don't think she wants a bug, but...
Silence! And he's just gonna go, run,
Teddy's
just book it down book it down the trail, just kind of try and find Billy in his little hunting tower.
Okay, it's gonna be a little bit of a walk for sure, but are you coming with with Tiffany, or is she staying with Teddy?
I'll go. Why not?
Teddy sees you guys kind of going. He's like, "All right, let's go. We'll go get him." He gets the Jeep all together. He's like, "We'll save ourselves a bit of time and just drive down."
Cool protection.
So he hops in with it. Yeah. So he hops in. It's a nice little drive. You guys hop over this little bridge. You can see a little bit of a river kind of going through. Again, down the road, you guys turn down this camp, and you start kind of pulling into like this kind of opener area, which is got a little bit of a tree stand off in the corner that you can see. And then Teddy gets out and he starts walking the thing and he starts knocking on the bottom of this tree stand. He's like, Billy, you see any weird shit? And he's kind of chuckling to himself, just like joking. But there's no response.
Billy?
Which is really weird. Yeah, then Teddy's gonna kind of start climbing. He's like, Billy, what the hell are you doing? You drunk up there? You're not passed out again, are you? And he's gonna get the top and he's just gonna kind of freeze. And he's just gonna look back. He's like, Billy's not here, but his rifle is. And he's just gonna kind of like hold it.
That kind of maybe that sense of heroism in present in Cody's mind kind of maybe it kind of fades away, and he's just like
Yeah, I don't think you guys have ever seen like Teddy. Like you've seen him a little bit nervous and stuff, but you've never seen him like actually spooked. And he kind of just like looks at you with kind of wide eyes. And he's like, and he starts looking around and he starts yelling, "Billy, Billy!" And I want everyone to make a perception check, and I will have Teddy himself make a perception check.
it's a 5.
I got a 14.
A 14. You and Teddy start to notice more of those kind of spiky things at the base of the tree. And then you start to notice that there's kind of like a drag mark going into the forest.
I think perhaps Billy is a lost cause. And I think perhaps we should just go back to home. I think we should go home. I want my mall, please.
Yeah, Teddy's gonna look at you guys and be like, I don't know.
What got drug away? Something got drug away? I don't like that.
Yeah, Billy's gonna, or rather Teddy now. Teddy's gonna pull out his rifle and he's gonna hold Billy's rifle rather, and he's just gonna check it and he's like, it's still loaded.
Oh.
And he's gonna be very concerned, like, Billy's still the kind of guy to like at least be very aware of his situations, but like he got caught right off guard, so.
Yeesh.
How's Cody feeling with all this?
Cody is just gonna do something really just like off the cuff. He's just gonna like pull his rifle out and just shoot a random. He's just gonna shoot one round, just like out into the forest, and he's just like, "All right, asshole bug thing, just like fucking like, fucking show yourself, man. I've had enough of this shit."
I have to say these words really hit with Teddy, and he's gonna like grip onto his rifle really hard. He's like, "Let's get this son of a bitch."
Like the thing is, like the way that Cody kind of says it, he doesn't say it in like the most like confident tone. He's trying to like sound like tough, but you can actually definitely kind of tell that like he is just like pissing himself in fear.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a little bit of an awkward, but let's get it, Buggy. Yeah, Teddy's gonna obviously hear the little bit of hesitation in your voice, but he's gonna try and not let it get to him. You can tell he's scared shitless though, but he's like, "Yeah, let's get this son of a bitch." And if you're cool with that, I will leave it as a bit of a cliffhanger here, where we're gonna hunt for Billy next session.
That sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. In that case, I will stop the recording.